Welcome one, welcome all, welcome my OriginTrail family. Today we're going to be having a fun time as we get your OriginTrail nodes up and running. Now I know this is something you guys have been wanting to see for quite some time. You wanted an easy walkthrough. Some community members did do the amazing work of providing us some resources like such to get our OriginTrail nodes up and running. So without further ado, let's dive right into this setup. I wanted you guys to know that there is an official documentation that you can follow along to accomplish these steps. It does have all the required implementation. It does have all the required information like the mapping interface and such. We'll get to this later on, but the official documentation is here. But today we will be following along with this community-made documentation as it is really well laid out. And of course, I wanted to show that we have community members who are willing to produce these awesome guides. So to begin, let's start off with why you would even care about running an OriginTrail testnet node. It says right here, running a testnet node gives you training for mainnet launch. There's nothing at stake. If something goes wrong, you can just erase everything and start fresh. Unlike on the mainnet where you could lose your tokens. Now, obviously, this is a great advantage to anyone that is participating in it now, because you get to understand the interaction between the OriginTrail Parachain and the DKG before anyone else. Before this amazing technology gets caught on like wildfire, you get to be here as a foundational builder and participate. And the most valuable thing in a knowledge economy is gaining more knowledge. So you're gaining more knowledge on the ecosystem. So without further ado, let's get into the actual tangibles of getting your OriginTrail node set up. So the first two things in step number one that you're going to want to do is install Polkadot.js and MetaMask extensions. Now, to be clear, these are browser extensions. So of course you would click this link right here and it's going to take you to the Polkadot.js extension page. You install and it pops up right here with this nice little P right here. Now, of course, you can see I have some accounts in here. We'll get to that a bit later on. Okay, don't worry about that for now. And next, we're going to head back to the documentation. We're going to click this link and we're going to install MetaMask. MetaMask is very important as the OriginTrail Parachain does support two standards, I guess, of wallets. Now, you may be trying to say, well, what is that? What does that mean? Well, the OriginTrail Parachain is EVM compatible, Ethereum virtual machine compatible, but it's a substrate based Parachain. So it's built off of the fundamental core Polkadot technologies, that is the Substrate framework, which also supports the EVM palette. Now, to be clear, now the EVM palette is something that will see, I guess, its expiration date, as the confines of the EVM runtime itself is well, it's confined. You're confined to the actual specifications of the EVM runtime. So if to harness the real power of the Polkadot ecosystem, what you're really going to want to do is have that substrate based layer and really focus on pushing into the substrate based layer. I just want to give you guys a little bit of information about why we have EVM and why we have the Polkadot situation going on. So now that you've got MetaMask installed and you've got your Polkadot.js installed, what you're going to want to do now is connect MetaMask to the OriginTrail Parachain. Now, remember, when you create your Polkadot account, you're on Substrate itself. You're using the OriginTrail Substrate address. So now you just need to connect the EVM portion to the Polkadot Parachain portion so that both of your wallets can work in tandem. So how do we do that? Well, we are going to add the OriginTrail Parachain to our MetaMask application. So what we're going to do here is click this here, and let's head into the expanded view. So let's hit expanded view right here, and we're going to open up into this nice page right here. So as you can see, my default is OTP because I'm on the OriginTrail Parachain. What yours is going to look like is a lot like this. You're going to see ETH, 0 ETH because you're poor, and 0 ETH here because you're poor because you just created a new account. So what we're going to do is add the OriginTrail Parachain to MetaMask. So what we're going to do here is click this account, click this button up there, and then we're going to hit settings, and then we're going to go over to networks. Now here you can see that I am currently connected to the Ethereum network, and this is what you should also be seeing, and you should not have this here. So what you're going to do is hit add a network. And after you've added your network, what you're going to see is a blank portion. And I want you to fill in that information with this exact information right here. Copy this exact information and put it over into this new network portion. By the way, this information is also available in the documentation. So you can just feel free to copy and paste from here. So now that you've got your information filled out, I want you to hit save. And what you can notice is it's been added as a network. So now you can switch to the OriginTrail Parachain. And guess what? You should have a balance of 0 MOTP and you have no test track tokens. In fact, you can't even see your track balance. So you are looking good. So now let's move on to step number 2. Now in step number 2, what we're going to want to do is create our wallets for both the EVM and Substrate. Now when running your OriginTrail node, there's something called the operational and management wallet. Now, since we're going to need to create an operational wallet for the EVM and also an operational wallet for Polkadot, we're also going to be creating a management wallet for our EVM portion, and we're also going to be creating a management wallet for our Substrate based portion. Well, in the end, we're going to have to link our EVM operational to our EVM Substrate, and then we're also going to have to link our management EVM to our management Substrate. So for now, let's just create all 4 wallets. So to create a new wallet in MetaMask, you can go ahead and hit this button here, and it's going to hit create account. Now, when you create your account, I want you to name them specifically for the operational and management. For example, I have created a V6 test management wallet here, and as you can see, I have OTP and I also have test track, but I've named it management, and my other one is also going to be named operational, and these are my EVM wallets. So 2 EVM wallets successfully created. Now let's create our Polkadot wallet. So in our extension, I've gone ahead here and just created these already. As you can see, I have my V6 management and I also have my V6 operational. Let me just walk you through the process really quick of just creating one account. Of course, I don't care. You can steal these passwords. I ain't got no money in here, baby. So you can go ahead, hit next, and this is where I entered my name, yada yada, and your passwords, and you save and your account's created. So now you have successfully created 4 wallets. You've created 2 EVM wallets and you've created 2 Substrate based wallets on the OriginTrail Parachain. It's important to understand within this documentation as well, if you go down, you can also see your OriginTrail address from the actual OriginTrail DevNet interface. Now it says here, one address will start with a G and the other addresses will start with the number 5. Both these addresses will represent one account and you can use both of them. Okay, that's just some important information to understand. So let's hit into our OriginTrail DevNet account right here. And what we're going to be able to see is all the very same accounts that are in our Polkadot extension. We can see that the OriginTrail DevNet account is registering that, and also it cites that it is an extension. These accounts were generated in the extension. And well, of course, you can see the balance of OTP that I have on my accounts. So we are looking good. Our accounts are created and you should have no balances, by the way. Don't worry about having a balance. Yours should be empty. We'll be getting you your money soon. Calm down. Calm down. I know you want some money. We'll be getting you some soon. Just chill out, you know. Sheesh. I know times are hard, but damn, it's just fake money. Why you gotta be so greedy? So now we're moving on to step number 3. So as you saw in step number 2, I already had some test track here. You do not have that. In fact, your account looks a lot like my default account. As you can see, the default account has 0 OTP and 0 track. So what we're going to do is get that track to show up in your account. How do you feel about that? You ready to get some money? I know you're ready to get some money. So let's give you some money. So what I want you to do right now is go over to import tokens and copy and paste this address right here. Now, actually, in fact, let me head back over to the documentation because this is the token address for the actual testnet track. Okay, so what we're basically telling MetaMask to do is, hey, show me the balance, my wallet balance of any of these types of tokens I have from this contract. So when we paste that contract address in here, by the way, if you can't get to this link, if it's giving you any issues, I check the description down below. I have the token contract down below. So as soon as you paste this in there, what you're going to see is voila, it auto populates with test because that is the actual currency ticker. And it also gives us our token decimals. So we're going to add our custom token to MetaMask. And I've done the beautiful act of just, sprinkling a little bit of Trini Zone sexiness in here by putting 20 test track tokens into this MetaMask account. So you can see what it looks like when you're importing a balance of a token that you already have some of. So we've successfully added test track to our account, and we're going to hit import token and head back out. And now we see that we have test and OTP, a lot like my management wallet. As you can see, OTP and test. But you do realize there's a balance here of MOTP and none on the other one. Well, that other account has not been mapped. And that's what we're about to do very soon. But before we get there, let's make sure you have some test track in that wallet, okay? So we're gonna head over to the OriginTrail Discord server. And by the way, just to be clear, what you're gonna be doing is requesting tokens from a bot on the OriginTrail Discord. So you can ask it to send you some OTP, or you can ask it to send you some test track. So you'll be asking for pretty much both. You'll be asking for test track and you also want some OTP. But there's a caveat in how you get the OTP because you have to use the G address from your Polkadot.js account. Remember, we just looked at that. For example, that's right here. If I check the Polkadot extension right here, you can see that all these addresses start with 5, right? These are the substrate addresses. Now, if I wanted to check my particular OTP or my G address, I would come to the OriginTrail DevNet, and as you can see right here, all the G addresses are listed. For my operational wallet, I can just copy it off. For my management, I can just copy that off, and so on and so forth. Okay. So this documentation says in order to receive OTP to your G address, you need to go to the bot, to the faucet, and enter this command. Now, if we go to the OriginTrail Discord server and then if we head over to the OriginTrail Discord server by clicking that button, and then we head to testnet discussions, you can see me here spamming the chat, and I am on a cooldown because I tried setting this up for the video before, which means I can't necessarily request. But as you can see, I have requested TRAC, right? And I've also at one point requested OTP. So feel free to copy your addresses in there and request your tokens. Now, if it does not give you your tokens, do not kill yourself, do not jump off a burning building, and do not send all your money to me unless you really want to. Don't worry, just reach out even to me or one of the admins and the mods. We will also send you some test track to get you up and running. Okay, so once that step is done, we can successfully move on to step number 5, which is mapping your wallets. So what we're going to be doing right here is we're going to be connecting the EVM operational to the Substrate operational, and then we're going to be connecting the EVM management to the Substrate management. Are you guys ready? So for example, pretty much I am going to be connecting this MetaMask test management account to my Substrate based V6 test management account. So now they'll be working in unison. Okay, before you get to this process, be sure to take some of that test track and split it in between both accounts, both your management and your operational, and be sure to split that OTP up between your management and operational for both EVM and Substrate, because you want to make sure you have some gas for the process of the mapping. Okay, so we go to this particular documentation and then we click the OriginTrail mapping interface, and once your wallet is connected, as it is here, my management wallet is connected, you paste your address in here. And I'm just going to perform a quick mapping with you guys so that you can see the process. Of course, this is not a wallet that I'm currently using. All right, we're going to hit map accounts, and then we're going to hit sign. It's going to ask for the password of your Polkadot.js wallet as well. And we can see to the top right, it has a status update in progress, and it's waiting for the transaction basically to be broadcasted to the network. And it's currently in the process of combining these wallets into one beautiful wallet with all of your money in there. And as you can see, it says Parachain account mapping interface. This has been successful. So it says, good job. Congratulations, guys. You've successfully mapped at least one of your wallets, hopefully your operational or management. Go ahead and repeat this process for the other one as well. And then you have successfully merged all of your accounts and you're ready to start getting with the fun, sexy part of getting your node up and running. By the way, one major sign that the mapping has been successful is this little bit of MOTP that you suddenly see appear in your MetaMask account. This lets you know that, yep, your wallet has been successfully mapped. All right, so we've completed step number 5, and of course, we're about to move on to step number 6, which is getting your actual OriginTrail node up and running. Of course, you guys know that I use DigitalOcean as my preferred VPS provider, but feel free to use whatever provider you've got. But in DigitalOcean, we're just going to hit the create button, and we're going to create a new droplet, and we're going to come over to the latest version of Ubuntu. I know off the top of my head that we need 4 GB minimum, and we also, you can choose a random location. This is just a test video for me, and for you as well, it's just a test account, so feel free to choose whatever you need. Of course, choose a secure password, and V6 test, baby. So while this node is getting ready, we're just gonna sit back, relax, and prepare to open and edit our node via its terminal interface. If you're into your account, you can feel free to get in by hitting Access Console. And this is how you'll be able to follow the rest of these steps. Now, as I've told you guys before, I use an application, I use a software called Terminus, which allows me to monitor and manage my nodes. You don't have to, you can follow along from your all right, so now that we've got we're in our node, we've got everything up and running here, let's just copy and paste these across. In fact, there is a better way to do this. Oops. You know what, let's just do app update. So we're going to run through all these commands, step by step, and we're going to get our node up and running. And of course, after this step, we're just going to perform a quick reboot because we've just updated all the packages in our system. All right, so since I'm back into my node, we're just going to move on to the next step. We're going to copy all of this here. And this is an install script. This is just going to install all the packages for your node and actually get your node installed locally. You're going to need a bit more information from this. So as it presents itself, we're just going to go through it together. So we're just going to paste that over and hit enter. And as you can see, it's running through the install process as we speak. Now, while that's going through the install process, what we're going to be getting is the private key for our operational wallet on the EVM side. Actually, we're going to need the public address and the private key. So in this case, I'm using my default wallet just as an example. So if I head over, you can see my default wallet here. How do I get the private key? What we're going to do is we're gonna hit these 3 buttons right here: account details and export private key. Enter the password that you enter when you set up your MetaMask account. And as you can see, my private key is exposed. Now we don't need this yet. As you can see, it's still running here, but it soon will ask for the public address of my operational wallet on the EVM side. Then it's going to ask for the private key of the operational wallet on the EVM side, and it will ask for the public address of the management wallet. Again, we will get there. But I just wanted to let you guys know what you're going to need very soon. So when this is done, we'll be right back. So right now it's asking which type of triple store do we want to have on our node. Do we want to use Fuseki or do we want to use BlazeGraph? Now we are custom using BlazeGraph, so we're just going to select BlazeGraph as our default. So I want you to come in here, I want you to hit 2 and hit enter, and it's going to install BlazeGraph. Now the next step is from here is where it's going to actually ask for our public key for our operational wallet, and then the actually it asks for a password. I put 1 2 3 4. You can put anything you want. Yeah, here's where it's actually going to ask for our wallet address. So now it's asking for the wallet address. We're going to paste the wallet address in there for your operational wallet. Remember, not the management one. And then we're going to get that same private key that we discussed earlier. So what we're going to do, copy that over, and we're going to paste that in there. All right. Now it's asking for the public address of the EVM management. So I've switched over to my management here, and as you can see, I'm just going to copy and paste this public address right there, and the install process will finish itself. Now there are a couple of things that you really want to look out for when you're getting this up and running, and we'll go through that real soon. But for now, you're pretty much nearing the end of your install process. I know you feel excited. I'm excited for you too. All right, so once you've seen this screen, you've successfully completed the install. If you hit enter here, it should show you the logs for your, and there we go. So there's something I want you guys to pay attention to here, okay? Now we know that this node is successful and it's connected because one, it says, so as you can see here, it says that the node is running in a testnet environment. What else is important here? We get our network ID, we get the port that we're connecting with, and we also see right here that this is probably one of the most important indicators that your node is connected and working well. If you see this balance right here of the address, do you guys remember that we sent that 20 TRAC through to be cute? So the node is telling you right now that it is seeing your balance, it is seeing your wallet, and you are connected to the network. It's seeing all the other nodes on the network, it's communicating with them, it's discovering them, and it's connecting to some of them, probably to get even more nodes that it's connected to. So this means your node is successfully up and running. Congratulations, my friend. You are officially a part of the OriginTrail v6 testnet. You are not yet publishing on Magnify. We'll get to that right now, but you officially got your v6 node up and running. You can actually just leave right now, take a drink, skinny dip somewhere. You've done your part, but now you got to come back because we got to publish something on project Magnify. Magnify. All right, so we are on the official Project Magnify page, and now you're going to start magnifying with OriginTrail. Now, as you can see here from the guide portion, it does give you the steps to connect to your Magnify, but we've already done the majority of the setup work here. Like we're already connected to the network, etc. So now just follow along, sit back and let your boy just beat that knowledge into your forehead. So let's go ahead and hit create search result, right? And then let's do art. Let's just say we're doing art. We're not really adding a subcategory. I did actually beforehand upload this image of OTP. So this is what we're going to be uploading, our OTP image asset, okay? So we're going to put the link for that image asset there. And let's say the link for this is medium OriginTrail, my friend. Oh, I need a valid URL. Let's take this and post that right there. All right. So this is a valid URL. And let's say this is the Amos test. My cat is going crazy. Amos testing and upload. And we're going to put art, we're going to put keywords. So this is like when you're typing in a Google prompt and you're trying to find like something in Google search and you're like, hey, give me Bob Metcalf or whatever. So you're typing in CryptoPunks or Boyat and whatever. And yeah, we're going to add some properties like forehead. Actually, no. We're going to add pink, and pink P. And let's say it's a ultra rare trait, and its estimated value is 0.999999, whatever. All right, and we say this is the Amos collection. Now, to be clear, this would be the name of like a collection on OpenSea or LooksRare or any of those kind of platforms. And we will also paste like the contract address for that particular collection in there. But for now, we're just going to put this in here. And we're just going to put this in here. And we're just going to put this in here. And we're just going to put this in here because this is an example, baby. Who cares? So we're going to keep going, and then we're going to hit view search results. So then we're going to be able to see the full compilation of what we're uploading here. We're uploading a metaverse NFT. The subcategory for it is art, and this is the owner address, and this is the DKG UAL. So this is what is going to uniquely identify UAL. So now we're just going to hit confirm and proceed to publishing. And here we need to read. It says you will need to confirm 2 transactions. First one is a provided allowance, and the second one is for creating a search result on the DKG. All right, we're just going to use one because we're not really going to put much test track on this. This is just an example. Okay, so now we're going to publish this particular asset, and well, it's asking me to confirm. And if you are not seeing any of these things, well, guess what? I have some more work for you to do. Going to go to the settings in MetaMask once more, right? And then we're going to open the experimental tab. And here I'm going to want you to turn this on. So this will now allow you to interact with that particular interface. Okay, so we go back to Project Magnify. So now we're just going to try to send our transaction through as we've done before. So now that we've done that change, we can now see the amount of gas and all of that we've got. So we want to send through an aggressive transaction just to get this done quickly. We're going to hit confirm. And as you can see, it says it's going to take a while. So let's see what happens. All right, as you can see, the first transaction confirmed, and we're just going to send the second transaction through. So after this, what's going to happen is the asset is now going to create the actual state on the DKG after this transaction has been confirmed. This creates the search result. So as you can see, the second transaction is about to create the actual search result for you on the DKG, and then issue back your DIDs and all that certain cryptographic information. All right, so the second transaction has been confirmed. It's currently creating the search result on the DKG, and very soon it's going to pull up with an interface that says, here, congratulations, you've created your search result pretty much, and now you can share it on Twitter if you'd like. But for us, we've done enough. You know, I just want everyone, after you've created your search result, I want you to hit that tweet button, hit that share button, and tag me on the Trini Zone on it so I can retweet it. I'll show you guys some love. So be sure, after all of this, be sure you join the OriginTrail Discord chat. And as you can see, it says, good job, your search result has been created, and you can view it here. And now you see your unique UAL, your uniform asset locator, which is a unique identifier for the decentralized knowledge graph, where we can bag and tag almost any asset across any network, be that Web 2, Web 3, Web 9, I don't give a damn. Web 99, bring it on. This is a powerful innovation, and you can see that you can own your search results. And this is just the beginning. There are more features coming to this particular interface. This is just the first iteration. In fact, the more people that come and help stress test it, the quicker we get to getting this part of it done and get us moving on to the other applications. So if you guys enjoyed this video, feel free to like, share, and subscribe. Shout out to BRX for continuing to push out some good community initiatives and getting the community to kind of rally under these RFCs and so on and so forth. And shout out to Brandon and the team for increasing communication and letting us participate in Project Magnify and opening the doors for this beautiful technology. Guys, I am very excited. I have more stuff coming for you guys that I have been planning and working on that you guys have yet to really see. I'm fine-tuning it, making sure that it is something that I can love myself, which I am currently in love with. I am loving it. And I'm very excited to open the doors to you guys soon. Some of you guys may know what I'm talking about, some of you guys may not. So, and also very soon, I think maybe within a week or two, we're going to be doing some live streams as it relates to the DKG Zero to Hero course, which would obviously is independent, more like course made by all of us and maintained by all of us and done by all of us. So we'll see how that works. It's a new concept I'm trying to play with to see if we can build a generation of coders for the knowledge economy. If that works, you know what's going to be good for all of us. So guys, see you next time. I love you and get ready for some fire content.